Hello and welcome to a new Flaming Rose Studios video. This one's a bit different since there's been a once in a decade occurrence. We've had a trailer for a new Grand Theft Auto 6. So to frame this video a bit, I wanted to share my thoughts on some things I picked up on without just playing through the video and periodically hitting pause. Don't worry though, you can find a link to the trailer itself in the video description if you haven't seen it yet. The background footage is our own and it's pretty unimportant. It's from just free roaming in GTA 5. The primary purpose of this video is going to be talking and the screenshots I'm sharing, so chill out, have a listen, and let me know your thoughts and input in the comments below. Okay, so first up, I want to get the obvious out of the way. The trailer starts off introducing the main character number 1, Lucia. She's shown in prison and there's no information on how we get from here to the rest of the trailer. So I suspect we've got two options. Either we're looking at a prison break prologue to set up the characters in the game itself, or we get let out for a purpose with some sort of limitation, such as a tag limiting travel radius, at least for the early game. That does tie into the trailer cover, which shows an ankle tracker you probably wouldn't be wearing as a fashion accessory following a prison break. We're just going to have to wait and see. Now, I'm going to jump ahead a bit here, but bear with me. We're introduced much later in the trailer to what appears to be a second protagonist, who hasn't officially been given a name yet. Given the late introduction, I'm not convinced these two characters know each other from the start, but at least here they're implied to have some sort of a relationship with sort of Bonnie and Clyde vibe going on. Okay, back to the trailer content. There's certainly some wildlife knocking about in this world, and there looks to be quite a decent variety. I've got concerns there though, because I'm a mostly online player. We had animals in GTA 5 and in Red Dead Redemption 2, but when it came to online, these both had significant issues that weren't there for single player. In the sea, we've got what appear to be dolphins frolicking on the coast, with a pair of sharks floating around there too, enjoying the beautiful scenery. The skies look to be more populated than in GTA 5, with odd shots catching sight of birds both airborne and perched. There's a key shot here of the flamingos that I think will become something that sticks in the memory, but if you look a bit closer, we've got a variety of creatures, including what look like cranes, some sort of duck, perhaps more cranes or some geese flying across, some gators, and some well-hidden tan-coloured mammals kind of hiding in the grass there. Rounding off the animals, we've got a shot on the beach of an individual or couple with a chihuahua, implying that there might be pedestrian pets at play. This should help bring a bit more variety to the life experienced. There's plenty of human life there too, with much more diverse character models and a much denser population than I'm used to from the previous games. Speaking of improvements, there's obvious texture, asset and physics upgrades here. Air movement looks better, water looks far better, sand looks better, the shelves in shops look really detailed and clear, the lighting looks great, and I think is helped by the foliage too to create something even better, and that list goes on. I do have some gripes though. These are things that could be sorted by the time release comes around. I've noticed a few buildings throughout appear to have cheap looking painted on windows, but that's just a thing. You can see it here in most of the windows. There isn't really much of an alternative. You either render each and every room in every skyscraper, or do you have giant mirrors? It's all about getting the overall look to blend and sit nicely without drawing the eye whilst playing, and balancing the peripheral visuals with performance. There's also something about hair in these games that I find really grates on me, with the Hessian sack sort of mesh effect. I'm not sure why it bothers me so much, but it really does. You'll find the same effect notably in Red Dead Redemption 2. You can see it here on Lucia, and on the rooftop blonde. Looking at the wider details and environments, there's a heavy use of social media-like content here, with a number of live streams and short-form videos showcasing the amped-up GTA-style stereotypes of Leonida. And that's where this whole thing's set. The GTA universe's answer to modern-day Florida, packed to the brim with Florida Man and home to Vice City. I take a guess at this being set after the events of GTA 5, given the movement of social media platforms from Life Invader and Facebook to these new video platforms like TikTok, sort of mirroring reality. There's the obvious expansions into the wetlands or Everglades, that's shown in a number of shots, including the Thrillbilly clip showing a serious mudding party and a shot of an airboat coming through the fog. There's also a shot of what appears to be the Keys, possibly referencing Florida Keys, or, as previously been mentioned in this universe, Gator Keys. This looks to be simply referred to as Keys on the road signs though, which also reference Kelly County, VCI Airport, Stockyard, Downtown, Vice Beaches, and Port. Along with that off-road mudding Thrillbilly segment, we also see references to some GTA Online expansions returning, such as lowriders, tuners, nightclubs, and a modern biker gang. There's also shots of existing but freshened up cars, along with yachts and possibly room for leisure activities like tennis. On the clubs though, I'm not sure if this is showing a strip club here to replace Vanilla Unicorn with a lot more life, or if this sort of thing will be available for a wider nightclubs aspect. And I don't have a screenshot because it's not there, but there's also an aspect I think I might miss from GTA 5, and that's mountains. I'd like some mountains. Off-roading on GTA Online had a whole communities built around it. It looks like we'll satisfy some of that need with the mudding, but given the area is likely to be rather flat elevation-wise, we're probably going to be missing significant hill climbs, descents, along with navigating ridges and rocky areas, that sort of thing. That's just something else we're going to have to see about. Finally, that release date, and we know it doesn't include PC, it's current gen consoles only, at least to begin with, 2025. I think like most of you, I'd hoped for late 2024, particularly given Microsoft's little note during the Activision Blizzard acquisition investigations. But Microsoft isn't Rockstar or Take-Two, so 2025 is what we go off now. I'm hoping it's an early one. Okay, so that's all so far for my thoughts and discoveries from the trailer of a decade, so I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please leave it a like. Please do let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this trailer. Don't forget you can also subscribe to be notified of our upcoming videos, of which there might be further developments. Here's a couple of recommendations we think you might enjoy. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.